All right, y'all. Time for a new era. I'm not trying to forget Fever Part 1, but I am trying to continue to listening to more music. Um, there's no way anybody watching this doesn't know already, but the official date for their most recent comeback, or their upcoming comeback, The World Part 3, Part Fin, episode whatever, because I low-key don't know any what any of those are called. It is the last part of the world era. And really what that means to me is I have until December 1st to get fully caught up. And honestly, very grateful that it's not like the middle of November, which I was kind of thinking it might be, only because that would have made me feel like I was rushing to get shit out. Again, for my sake, because I want to go at this pace, just to make sure that's clear. But yeah, so we're getting into some more stuff. We're getting into it very quickly, and with a full heart. And whatever. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Once again, just go over a few things. We're doing the concept teaser this time, because it is in the lore playlist that the homie Random and Irrelevant has lent to me, or sent to me. So yeah, again, and just in case we forgot, probably should have gone over this in the intro. I always make that mistake. This is a concept teaser, so we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to be watching the Eternity's diary entry recap vids before we get into the title track, which I think is Fireworks. Pretty sure that's what it is. We'll figure it out soon enough. But yeah, so just wanted to make that sure. Timestamps will be in if you want to jump around. But yeah, let's get into it. Super, super, super excited.
Stars in the sky cannot be seen because people never raised their heads.
Just going
The
full
stars
back on
didn't
us.
stand out, but it didn't mean that they're...
I need to see these. Sorry, I'm going back fully again. Sun's back was blinding me, and then... Okay. Got some boots on the beach for some reason. Got a tramp stamp.
Stars in the sky cannot be seen.
Is that a problematic term? I'm sorry, I don't even mean like that. Interesting tattoo. The same pattern. No, it's not the same pattern. It's not the same in here either. I don't... This probably means something, right? Seems very intentional to not just... I don't know.
Because people never raised their heads. The stars didn't stand out, but it didn't mean that they were gone. When all the lights were put off, there they appeared, shining faintly, and the boys came from the horizon, crossing the border. But the darkness stopped the boys, and there was no light to cast it away.
Insane look, my god. Starting one more time, I promise, I'm gonna focus. It's tough. I don't like watching teasers usually just because it might give away some stuff, but I love watching them silently, like without audio, because the visuals are so crazy. These visuals are fucking crazy. Seems rude to dump lore when everyone's looking like this. My bad. All right. Pay attention to what he's saying.
Stars in the sky cannot be seen because people never raised their heads.
Same
The
as...
stars didn't stand out, but it didn't mean that they were gone. When all the lights were put off, there they appeared, shining faintly, and the boys came from the horizon, crossing the border. But the darkness stopped the boys, and there was no light to cast it away.
Darkness stopped the boys.
People hoped that the flame within the boys would consume the darkness. And as they prayed, the fiery voice of the boys broke the silence and awakened the world.
I've heard that before, right? That was at the end of Answer? I hope that's what this title track is, because my God, that's setting up for something right. There's something, this logo. This feels like something. Full. Is this like a combination of some of the? I don't know. It feels familiar, and this is obviously important. They wouldn't show a close up of rhinestones if it weren't important. The beginning of the narration kind of matches the Dear Diary from Fever Part 1. Like, everyone was looking down, no one wanted to look up, see the stars and stuff.
Were
And it
put off.
implies
There they appeared, shining faintly, and the boys came from the horizon. People hoped that the flame within the boys would consume the darkness. And as they prayed,
very pink.
the fiery voice of the boys broke the silence and awakened the world.
Awaken the world. I wonder if the specific the world drop is important. I mean, obviously they have the world. My window's still open? Yeah. Sorry about that. People are drag racing, I guess. Oh, they're about to get caught too. Yeah, that has to be intentional. Holy shit. Sorry. Oh my God. Yeah. I was gonna listen to okay, it's a shot of an empty chair. I don't want to hear the teaser again for what I'm assuming is whatever this title track is coming up, just because I want to keep it a little fresh, even though that shit was hard, and it got me very excited to listen. Guide time. Diary entry time. Chronometer. I was going to say, I forgot what this is called.
Stars in the sky cannot be seen because people never raised their heads. The stars didn't stand out, but it didn't mean that they were gone. When all the lights were put off, there they appeared, shining faintly, and the boys came from the horizon, crossing the border.
Crossing the border? What does that mean?
Stopped the boys, and there was no light to cast it away. People hoped that the flame within the boys would consume the darkness.
People hoped.
And as they prayed, the fiery voice of the boys broke the silence and awakened.
I know we just watched this. So I'm sorry. I want to watch it again. Oh, they're gonna play it anyway.
The chromer in my hand flashed. But I was still in the hideout. Members who are looking at me were the same too. It was like an unbelievable dream to hear about the various dimensions from the man wearing a black fedora and to see the chromer in my hand. Right then, an uncounted voice came from outside. As the sound neared, giants dressed in white suddenly appeared, breaking the hideout door. They were wearing masks that covered their entire face and did not feel like people. They were looking for the chromer. It did not matter where this place was, or whether this place was really located in a different dimension. What matters now is that those dangerous white-clad giants are out for the chromer in our hands, and that we
So there's
cannot go
more
back
than one
home
of
if
them.
we lose the chromer. I had to protect the chromer and the members at the same time. But that was more like a gamble. Right that moment, a broken piece of glass under my foot caught my eye. I received the chromer from Yuno and started to provoke the giants. I'll give you the chromer, I shouted and threw what I had in my hand through the window. The members who were watching from behind were shocked, as the sparkling piece flew away in an arc. The white-clad giants ran towards it in haste. At the same time, I yelled, "Run away."
Interesting that he calls them giants. I mean, they could be like 6 foot and there'd be a giant next to Hongjun. I don't know why I'm sending shots at him.
The place around the hideout was very similar to where we used to stay. If I had not faced the strange creatures, I would not have believed all the sayings about the different dimensions and the chromer.
Okay. So, we're getting this visual, and I know this is technically an editor choice to make this like part of it, but this is an official visual for like in terms of the lore. So that means in Woo Young's diary, in the actual diary film, when they showed him coming up to this gate, it's actually post Cromer. It seems like.
Fortunately, we escaped the hideout safely.
So they escaped.
And thanks to being familiar of the surroundings, we were able to find out way halfway down in the dark. Visible spaces were similar to the reality we knew, but were also slightly different. Under the cliff where Woo Young saved our Bobo in the past, there used to be a valley and a gigantic rock on top. But here no sounds of water flowing could be heard, nor could the gigantic rock could be seen. Same, yet strangely different. By the time I was immersed in such thoughts, I could hear the members laughing. The members, who had been taking a break for a while, were playing with each other. Relieved that the Cromer was safe, what Hong Jung had thrown out the window was a piece of glass similar to the Cromer, not the real one. The child who saved me was a girl who matched well with the moonlight. The girl willingly invited us to her house, tired of being chased and running away. We fell asleep immediately, and, in the meantime, the girl healed my injured ankle. The white-clad giants, who had been fooled by the glass fragments, attacked us again while we were resting in the middle of the forest. As
Damn,
the
this
giants
is just
dragged
straight up
me away
action.
by my ankle. All the members rushed to save me, and so we ended up losing the Cromer. After they took the Cromer away and turned their eyes away, stones rolled over from the cave in the forest when we ran towards it. A girl in the cave gestured between the rocks. The girl had a brother. The boy said she could not speak because the white-clad giants took away the girl's voice. They introduced themselves as the Grimes siblings.
A lot of, like, legitimate story progression is happening in a much shorter time than the first diary entries. So, Hong Jung to San to Woo Young. San talks about how they escape and they recognize it's different, but they have the Cromer. Woo Young is there. He talks about being saved by a girl and then getting attacked by the White Walkers, and then being like saved in a cave by a boy and a girl, the Grimes siblings, and losing the Cromer. A lot of shit.
One day they suddenly disappeared. The Grimes siblings looked at us with sad eyes. According to the Grimes siblings, the central government here established a stable future policy for the entire human race by running AI simulations. They put the blame on human emotions for causing crimes and terrorism that threaten humanity. And so the key to their policy was to control the variables called human emotions. A bill to lower human emotions below the thresholds by using advanced technology, and a bill to ban the arts, which...
This is like the anime Psycho-Pass. Not like one for one, but... And I actually haven't finished it. I've only watched like a couple episodes. But conceptually, like, it's pretty similar. And that seems super interesting to me, so...
which greatly affects human emotions, had been passed. Consequently, the central government had achieved high growth under a strong control policy.
This is just a completely
And people
different
enjoyed
concept.
Material affluence. However, laughter disappeared from their faces, and only efficiency and logic became the priority in this society. As those days continued, men wearing black fedora began to appear one day. They sung and performed here and there, and that was said to have the power to attract people. Being stimulated by these men, people who escaped the control began to appear. People from various fields formed a resistance against the central government and called themselves the Black Pirates. The central government put the men in black fedora on the wanted list, but they repeatedly failed to arrest them due to them being able to teleport using the Cromer. However, at last, by putting in the new android guardians, probably the white-clad giants who came to catch us,
Okay.
the government succeeded in capturing the men in black fedora, the black pirates and the resistance. All that does not matter. What is important is that we need the Cromer to return home, and that we lost our Cromer to the android guardians.
Okay. Stop recording. Huh. Now let's keep going.
To my beloved father. Father, I'm walking towards the Strickland where I may not be able to come back. Now that I'm walking on a bumpy road after always having walked on a beautiful and straight road, my feet keep on throbbing. My feet are sore, but I still feel good. That is because I'm with my friends and I'm walking towards a place that I've decided on my own. Everyone says this is a new world, but somehow I'm familiar with the scenery here. The city I faced after coming down from the woods. I could only see people who were running without taking a single look at the sky as if they were being chased. People who took the escalators like products being placed on machines. People who removed unnecessary smiles and only talked about their needs. And people who are only looking at small machines, having forgotten to see each other face to face. I thought that maybe this place is not a new world. But then I'm just taking a microscopic look at the world I was living in. Father, I know you were shocked to see me singing and dancing with these friends, but I really wanted to escape the world I've lived in. The world I've been trapped in. I love my parents so much, but I have never been happy in your world. When we were kicked out of the garage that we have been using as our hideout and had to be separated. What was more painful to me was that my father was the one who drove us out. I became the person who took happiness away from the friends who have willingly invited me to their world. I regretted that if they haven't met me from the beginning, this situation wouldn't have happened. I resented you, Father. Father, thus I will not return to the world you have created. It's not that I don't love you, but that I don't want to blame you anymore. Your son, Yeosang.
Very stark difference. Chapter 3. Chapter 4, excuse me. I forget what chapter 3 called. I'm at 731. Sorry, I gotta do some skipping.
And as they prayed, the fiery voice.
The chromer in my hand.
Did they not give it a title for chapter 3 or whatever?
As they prayed, the fiery voice of the boys broke the silence and awakened the world.
No.
The chromer in my hand.
I guess not. I thought there was
But I
a
was
chapter
still in
3,
the hideout. Members who are looking at me were the
whatever.
same.
Sorry about that. 731. I could have sworn it was, okay. Maybe it was at the beginning.
To find the chromer, we must go to the android guardian's bunker.
Yep, it was Strickland.
But the only person who knows the bunker is Left Eye, the manager of the Strickland dump. So, we had no choice but to come to this place, as if they were continuously burning trash. The yellow smoke, which is said to cause hallucinations, was constantly soaring, perhaps because of that. The man named Left Eye was mumbling to himself in the air. Phew, how do we locate the android bunker from that person? Thanks to Nosy Wooyoung, we decided to find out the location of the android bunker as well as regain the voice of the Grimes girl. That dude is always so unnecessarily nosy like that. What we have heard from Hong Jun and the Grimes siblings. That Left Eye man seems to have his own story too. Whatever.
Left Eye.
There's no one without a story. Anyways, we split into teams. Members who will go into a pile of trash that looks like a cave to find the voice, and members who will convince Left Eye to find out the location of the android bunker. I was in the latter. I heard a basketball bounce. I thought I misheard, to find the girl's abandoned voice. I slowly entered the cave with a thin string tied around my body and a gas mask on my face. I don't even know how someone can abandon a voice and find it back. But they say it's possible because of the new energy extraction thing. I have never seen the shape of a voice before. When I asked the Grimes boy if it has a shape or color, he said that it looks like a bead with a blue condensed energy inside. The bead the boy had told us was shining deep inside the yellow smoke. Then I heard the basketball bounce again. When I stopped walking, a basketball rolled in front of my feet. Victory is mine. JH, it was my ball. When I looked up, I was standing in a stadium. What are you doing? Pass it. My teammate shouted at me. Is it deja vu? I blanked out.
I know
The
that's
whistle rang
the
in
name of the
stadium.
song.
I
A
think
song.
I had a strange dream for a bit. I was looking for something, but I couldn't remember what it was. The game started again. I ran into the court.
Yeosang and Jongho. I mean, Jongho, it's like progressing the narrative still, because he went into the cave. I don't know. It's Yeosang specifically. He stood out the last couple times I've thought about this as like being he's strictly personal.
Left Eye, who ran a small but unique brand shop after studying fashion design. was often disqualified from interviews at the fashion house due to his unfriendly appearance. However, he had great skill and was a warm person with a passion, until he lost his daughter. His daughter was hit by a speeding car while she was reaching out her hand to save a flower that had bloomed on the road. People thought moving forward quickly was more important than looking around, even after seeing the child on the street after getting hit by the car. People were busy passing by, pretending not to have seen anything. During that time, the child died slowly. Left Eye is said to have become furious and fallen into despair when he had belatedly learned of this truth and has become a completely different person ever since,
Naturally.
after losing his daughter. He met the illusion of his daughter while being intoxicated by the smoke that creates delusions at Strickland's dump. And while he was wandering around in the dump, he was selected by the android guardian to become the manager of the Strickland's dump. It reminded me of my brother the whole time I heard his story. I empathized with Left Eye's feelings a little bit. Left Eye reminded me of when I had lost my brother, despite my original intentions to find about the android bunker. I personally wanted to help him out as well. To do so, we had to lure him to a place where the smoke was not severe. We had to make him realize that the daughter he was looking at was not real but just an illusion.
This is a very tenuous connection just because it's called illusion. But I think I'm going to have to go back and watch that again. I don't know if there's any connection between this idea of like the yellow smoke and illusion, but they're using that specific word, so I gotta go check it out. That'll be off camera, don't worry.
The safety strap tied to Jong-ho's body stopped and no longer moved. Worried, Yeosang went into the trash cave wearing the last remaining gas mask to find out about the situation. The game that caused Jong-ho's ankle injury was going on in front of his eyes. Jong-ho dismissed all the things that had happened as mere illusion and deja vu and ran more fiercely to erase the disgrace of that past. Left Eye started to attack the members, running away from Left Eye who was chasing them.
Crazy visuals.
They secretly lured him into a smoke-free space. When his daughter's illusion disappeared, he became even more furious. Everyone was unsure what to do. But then Yoonho shouted amid the silence, "Your daughter is dead." Everyone looked at Yoonho in surprise. "You're denying it because you don't want to believe it. But aren't you already aware of the truth?" Yoonho accused him once again. "I'll kill you." Left Eye let out a shriek and swung a big bat at Yoonho. Jong-ho. When Yeosang had arrived, Jong-ho was intoxicated with illusion and was running furiously toward the cliff.
I love the super massive, like, dark drop and the skin picture comes up. Oh, okay. A lot of stuff to get to. I feel like they made a lot of leaps. That has a negative connotation in this type of thing. They made a lot of steps. They made up a lot of ground in terms of telling the actual, fleshing the story out, like the actual, like, plot points and stuff. I'm gonna be on the lookout. I'm going to go back and watch the past music videos again on my own, and I'll let you guys know if I actually figure anything out. I think I figure anything out. But I got to be on the lookout for these, any, like, visual references or cues or stuff. Alright, oh, fireworks, that is it. Praying that it's that sample. KQ logo, it's been too long. It hasn't. It's been like 5 days. That's too long. Yes. Okay, so they're just at the dump. Why is there only 7? I was gonna say maybe Jong-ho's missing already, but no, he's here. These looks are so good. And fucking San comes in with a crop top when the beat drops. This shit going up. Oh, Mingy's hiatus. Ah. Yeah, we're for sure going back to that. Oh, I love how they drop into that, man. I love the first part of the chorus, man. Who the... I know. This looks like a member I've never seen before in my life. And it just... like, I was gonna say, I know it's Jong-ho, which I think I do. I think I'm just so used to seeing his hair in a specific way, and this angle, and like this. What the fuck? It's a good ass look, man. Put a shirt on, son. You're killing me. Can't just fucking throw them in these suits just right in front of me, no warning. Sorry, I'm listening to this song and being astounded by it, but then I'm thinking about red has to be a significant color in terms of not just the lore, but like marking the different groups of the boys. Just because like Wonderland, the music video, they were in. Sorry, I'm stuttering and shit. This song is fucking incredible. They had the all red suits that I would not shut up about, and they would flash for like the 20 seconds they were on camera. It would go back and forth, like from the red suits to the black, to like the all black Halatees, which is also actually also a different representation of the Halatees, because they were wearing like military garb instead of the cowboy stuff, the outlaw type shit. So that's something I gotta look into on its own. But yeah, it feels like, because this is another break of a lore heavy music video with all red. It's got to be something, right? It could also be that they just look amazing in it. Songhwa has been, oh my god, looking crazy. Obviously another tease. Damn. This is a lot of stuff. We got the dance practice next, so I don't want to take too much time here, but it's a lot. I don't know where the guns came into play. I mean, I do like just... It's a lot of stuff to process. Let's get to the dance practice. Alright, dance practice season. Is that an earring? Just so clean. Son put on a glove or something? It's a little too far. At least he has a proper shirt on this time. Is he doing that for Mingi, like as a placeholder? Scared the shit out of me. Cool ass move. Every beat Wooyoung hits is so crisp. Excuse me. Seriously, though, it really stands out. You're a jerk. Something I've noticed from this choreo is, well, like primarily, I need a, for the album listen, obviously I'm going to listen to this again. But instead of finding a live or something, I think I'm going to just do the lyric video. I really need to see what this song's talking about. Because the sound is like, it's this super big hype, almost like a hype up, I guess, before you go fight, like sounding type song. And despite like the high energy of it, this, like the choreo matches, like it hits the same beats, but it doesn't feel like particularly, like bright, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't feel happy. And I don't think this, it's like supposed to be like this cheerful expression, because it feels like that's not what the song is supposed to be. So I'm really interested in the lyrics. Let's keep going. I'll gather my thoughts more. Yeah, it's really forceful. God, they work so hard. I really want to see what the lyrics are about now. I probably should have had them up, but it's okay. I'll get to them. Plus, it lets me like kind of do a guessing game for myself. Anyway, this is a fucking incredible song. The way it kind of had me speechless a little bit. Usually I'm pausing and shit, and not just for like a harebrained theory I have. That was, damn. Okay, starting this era off with a fucking bang. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.